Hi everybody, Rob from Your Museum Store here. I'm going to take you through a tutorial that will show you how to implement a JavaScript thumbnail viewer, what a lot of us refer to as a click to enlarge feature in your Yahoo store. And I have one on Your Museum Store right now, but what happens when you enlarge the image is that it opens up in this, a new window size for the image, but doesn't really look that good. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace this type of image where you've got to go and you've got to close the window with something that's more like this, which I've implemented on another store of mine, which I think is pretty cool. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get the JavaScript, unless you know how to write it. You can find a thumbnail viewer at highslide.com, which is really a pretty slick interface here. So let's go ahead and get started. So it gives you an example here of kind of the basic implementation, and you can go in, you can do gallery, you can change some of the HTML options. You have some style options where you have white icon and text, or white with a big icon. So if you did that, I guess it would change. Let's try black text only. Okay, so that's the border. Alright, I don't see that it's changing anything significant there. Okay, so this is a color picker, so let's maybe if we went with a green border and outline. Alright, so there you see that it changes. So you can play around with this a little bit to try to get it to look and behave the way that you want it to. There's some options for alignment and that sort of thing. And then the overlay. Okay, so this is picking which what'll be used for the text. Alright, so set those options the way that you want, and once you've done that, which I really do not want that green color, so I'm just going to change this back to white. And then I've already bought it, and I'm going to download a zip file, and then I'll show you how to upload after we've completed the download here. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do here, we're at the web hosting control panel, and we're going to FTP a file into the root directory for your store. And when we're done with that, then we should see it listed as one of the subfolders here. I'm going to do that using an FTP client called FileZilla. There are literally dozens, perhaps hundreds of FTP clients that you can use. That's not going to be part of the tutorial, but I need you to upload the highslide folder and the highslide.js file into the root directory of your store. This is FileZilla. I'm already connected to my store. I'm going to go ahead and do the upload now. So I will upload this highslide folder, and then I also need the highslide.js file uploaded. It's already there because I was testing, but we'll just overwrite it. Okay, so now should be done with FileZilla, and if we refresh our web hosting control panel, then we see that we've got the highslide folder here. And if we go in there, then we see all the files that were in the highslide folder. Go back up a level, see that the highslide.js file is in place. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of HTML to our head tag variable, and then we're going to get into the RTML. Okay, one of the things that you're going to need to do to implement this correctly is go to our good friend Adam's CaliGraphics.com site. You'll click on blog and look for his tutorial, a Yahoo Store Click to Enlarge tutorial. Come down the page and you'll see a link for Get the Script here. This is what you're going to need to put into your JavaScript, your head tags variable. So just go ahead and click on that, copy it. I'm going to go ahead and paste it into Notepad. And tell you what, so we can see it a little better. Let's bring it down here. Okay, and there's just a couple of places where you're going to have to put your own URL. So mine is site.yourmuseumstore.com. Now for this .js file, I put it directly in the root directory, not in a HiSlide folder. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. But for the rest of these, where I'm changing it to my domain name, it should be in that HiSlide folder. So let's go ahead and change those. Let's see, do I have any more? Yep, one right here. And one right here. Okay, so I think that is it in terms of what you need to change, and then we can just go ahead and copy all this, come over back to our store, go to variables, go to our head tags, and I've already pasted something in here, so I'm just going to overwrite it, but you probably are adding it right there. So I add that to the head tags and update it, and that should take care of the changes that we needed to make to reference the JavaScript file and some cascading style sheet files. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is actually get into the RTML program that's associated with making this change. You need to go into Contents and look for Templates, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of our image template. So I want you to click on Image and then say Copy Template, and we're going to call this HS for HiSlide Image and copy it. Okay, so now we have a version that we can edit. Yahoo wisely does not allow you to edit the base templates. So if you want to customize, you've got to make a copy of the template. And then you're going to have to make some changes to reference the copy of that template, which isn't real hard. This is a before snapshot of the section of code that we're going to change. We want to look for a tag when tag string append with an href reference, and this is the after. So this is what it will look like when we are done. Alright, so for our new HiSlide image template, I want you to scroll down and be looking for these two red boxes here. Your script, that's my store name, your script is, or template is not going to be named exactly the same thing, but you should see two of these red boxes, which means that another template is being called, and under that you'll see this tag when tag string append ahref, and that is where we are going to start doing our modifications to this template.